I'm just curious, back in your academic year, had you always been a top student? Because I understand that, studying law as well as medicine, both of which requires really top scores at school.
Well, I won't say I was the top student.
Uh-huh.
I did go to St. Andrews in my early years, and after PCE, I moved on to Science College, so better known as Maktab Science.
Oh.
So I've got that science education background. Most of my family members also went to Maktab Science, and from there we went on to higher institutions, and most of us studied overseas in the UK. So being a top student, I wouldn't say that, but I did okay. I turned out well.
And you must have very good English foundation, isn't it? Because studying law is no joke. The books, the textbook,
and the reading, and the hours and the time you invest to understand those cases. But yes, you build up that knowledge and that skills from an early age. I've always been encouraged from a very young age to study English. I mean, I came from a private school, St. Andrews, so English was one of the strengths of that the school, being a private institution. Did a lot of reading as well. Reading has always been a hobby of mine from when I was a young age up till now. But now I wish I had more time to do reading, obviously. But yes, so that has helped.
That's interesting. And would one of your characteristics, I know that the kids who debate and who are always in public speaking, will end up going to a law profession. Were there some of the traits that you had when you were younger?
Yes, I was part of a debating team. I was also
see, I guess it right.
in Science College. My friends and I, we were also part of the newsletter. We helped. We were one of the earlier teams that helped set up the school newsletter. So I was one of the editors in chief as well. So that also at an early age gave me, exposed me to quite a lot of things. A good experience. So that time our school newsletter was called Masa, which if you translate it to English, it means Times. So like the Times newspaper. So it was a school newsletter that my sister started because she was my senior in Science College as well. So when she left for university, my friends and I took over, and we continued to manage the school newsletter. So it was a lot of things that I did in university days.
So the strong foundation in your English language would eventually shape where you are right now, both with your academic career and your real life career.
Well, it's one of the things. It's not specifically just one thing. It's a variety of things. Obviously, you don't need to have perfect English to be able to do your job, but it helps you to do your job. I guess it's also it's down to the individual and your own self-discipline and your attitude towards work. So that's important. Those are a few of the characteristics that you would need to develop yourself wherever you go, not necessarily just the legal profession.
So I would like to know what are the key characteristics that requires for someone to possess in order to excel in the law profession. For example, is an eye for detail necessary? Because I am one of the people, who can't see detail too well. So what are the key characteristics you would say, do you need to be an extrovert to be able to speak well? What are they?
Okay. Okay, let me just start with something that may not be profession related, but it's more of an attitude related. So to me, it's always attitude over aptitude. And one characteristic that you definitely need to have, irrespective of whether you are pursuing the legal profession or something else, you need to have passion. And what I mean by passion is you need to really love and appreciate what it is that you do. So, apart from passion, you need to also ensure that you have the right discipline. You need to think on your feet, especially on this job. You need to, like I mentioned earlier, often the circumstances can be very challenging.
Mm.
So you need to know your stuff. You need to pay attention to the details. You need to think creatively.